I'm Kirsten and this is baby Paisley and this is my face. Why am I telling you guys that this is my face? Well, I have a story to tell you guys, but also after my story, I have some tips on how not to get scammed. So back in October, I got a message from someone on Instagram and they were like, hey, I just saw this random person, they followed me and they're using your face and you holding one of your dolls as their profile picture. And they had blocked me, like I went to look them up and they had me blocked. So Ethan went and talked to them and was like, hey, you gotta take this down. And it actually turned into a bit of a fight and Ethan said some things I would not have said, but I do stand by him because, you know, it was the heat of the moment. But also, like, I promise, guys, I'm not a mean person, and it was probably mean to be mean to them. But anyways, so in the messages, they basically said, hey, it's their God-given right to use my face to help promote their business because they thought that using my face would help them sell more dolls. And Ethan and me were like, no, that's not how it works. No, that's not okay. And they threatened to sue me for defamation of character. Yeah, you heard that right. They threatened to sue me because I didn't want them to use my face to sell products that are not mine without my permission. Yeah, you're gonna totally win that lawsuit, buddy. So they threatened to kick Ethan's butt and then Ethan blocked them. So we just went about our life. It's all done and over with. They probably won't steal my pictures again because they have me blocked, right? So today, this morning when I woke up, someone had messaged me and said that they were on Facebook and they saw someone trying to sell dolls while using a picture of my face as their profile picture. And they sent me a screenshot and so the person's name is a very common name. The name they're using on Facebook is a very common name. And the name they had used on Instagram was a nickname of this common name. So to me, it's the same person, or it could be the same person, but totally might not be. Who knows, really? But a little bit suspicious, right? Hey guys, it's Kirsten from the future. So I looked at that safety picture a little bit closer and noticed the nursery they said they were in the safety picture was a friend of mine. So I went and contacted them and was like, what the heck is going on here? So she went into the Facebook group where I was at, told them that they were impersonating her and me, and the group took it down because that's totally not cool. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on the Facebook portion of this. Still not cool, still pretty crappy, but you know. So back to the rest of the story, guys. Kind of really bugs me because like this is my face. I like own this, I think, right? Like I'm the only me I know. Why are you going around trying to claim you're me? That's not okay. So on the Instagram account that was originally doing this, I went through and I looked at all the safety pictures they were using and they looked stolen to me because they all had like different dates or different names, like the name Cindy, Sarah, Mariah, I think. I don't totally remember the names. I definitely know one of them was Cindy, but I do know there were like 4 different names. And that's just weird because like I only have one name, and if I'm being legit when somebody asks for a safety picture, I'm going to put my name as Kirsten and then the date and the doll I'm selling. Like I'm not going to be all over the place claiming my name is Mariah or Sari or Cindy or whatever because that just doesn't look right. That looks suspicious. No one's going to want to buy from me. What bugs me the most about this is someone is scamming people. Like, I understand my YouTube and my Instagram are public. People can do whatever they want with the content I put out. I completely understand this and I don't want to go private. I just don't. So my biggest problem isn't that someone's necessarily stealing my pictures, but it's that they're scamming people. So I don't know if I've talked to you guys yet about Facebook and Instagram scams. I've talked a lot about how to avoid those scam websites, but today I want to give you some tips on how to protect yourself when you're buying dolls on Instagram and Facebook. My first tip is do your research. So if you see my face running around on Facebook and the name isn't Kirsten, that's a big heads up, then it might be a scam, especially because I don't use Facebook anymore. So there's only 2 places where you're gonna find Kirsten from Lambie's Nursery. That is here on YouTube and on Instagram, where I am Lambie's Dollies. Both places have my face. Both places I say my name is Kirsten. You'll never see anything different. My name is Kirsten. If you see this face, excuse me, if you see this face, it better be attached to the name Kirsten spelled correctly. Right here, I'll put how to spell my name. So if you see a Kristen or a Kirsten, probably not me, because I know how to spell my name. And I don't think I would spell it incorrectly to sell you guys a doll. And this goes for more than just me. Like, whoever you're talking to, make sure they are really who they say they are. Number 2, get an advanced safety picture. So that's probably not what they're called, but what a safety picture is it's got the seller's name on it, the date, and what they're selling, and maybe something else, or even their signature. So, like I told you guys a minute ago, that person who was using my face was using safety pictures that looked like they had been stolen because they had all kinds of different names on them. So an advanced safety picture kind of takes it one step further so that it's harder for them to fake it. So you could be like, hey, could you send me a safety picture, a picture of the doll and like a fork next to the doll, or a hairbrush or a spoon or a spatula, or like common household objects that most people have, a bar of soap, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just like this random thing. And it's kind of hard to fake that, right? At least I think it is. Number 3 is make sure to look at all the pictures on their account, or a bunch of them. So when I lived in my last house, I took most of my doll pictures in my guest room, which had my books in there, a mattress, and all kinds of like random things. So you could see a lot in the background. And then when I moved, I take pictures mostly now in my nursery and my backyard, stuff like that. But like all my background pictures look similar to like the house I'm living in. Now, of course, there are some people who are like so creative with their pictures, and they have so many props and backdrops that they can make it look like a different place each time. But for the most part, most people have like big similarities when the pictures are actually them taking pictures. Whereas with someone who's stealing pictures, they're probably stealing pictures from a lot of different people. So you might see like 30 different backgrounds. That's a big red flag. Number 4 is trust your gut and make sure you're watching out for those red flags. So I know this one is harder to quantify. It's harder to say what is a red flag. But if your gut is ever like, this just isn't right, it's okay to step out and be like, hey, I'm not interested in this doll anymore. I'm really sorry. You don't even have to tell them why. Like, I know some people disagree with this, but in my opinion, it is okay to lie to strangers for your own safety, even if that's your financial safety. So if you need to lie to them and say, oh, I just don't have the money anymore, that's okay. If they were being shady or you feel like they were gonna be shady, it's okay to lie. It's okay to tell white lies. Now, I am not endorsing lying in any other circumstance, only for your safety or your financial safety. Anyways, so if you feel like something just isn't right, it's okay to back out and leave. Also, I've seen it before where these scammers are like, oh, my PayPal is broken, like my grandma stole it and then bought a bunch of stuff and I totally cannot use PayPal. Or my cat died and threw up the PayPal account password. Like really weird stories about why they can't use PayPal or other saved money means. I've heard of them all. And if you see one of those, like, may be suspicious, because I don't know about you, but if my dogs ate my PayPal password, that'd be really weird because they just ate a computer or my brain. I don't know. Anyways, like if they're telling you that you need to send a check in the mail or cash in the mail before they'll send the doll, like just leave. Just leave, because they're probably not going to send you a doll and they just want your money. Number 5 is don't be afraid to ask for references. So whether that be asking if they have not a PayPal store, but like an eBay shop where you can look at the reviews, or maybe they have a reborns.com where you can see reviews, or even just asking for references that might be friends. Or maybe make a post on Instagram and be like, has anybody ever dealt with Jane Smith before? Is she a good person? Like, ask friends, not just do your research, but make sure you have those references. If this is a stranger you've never talked to before, you don't have much to base off of if they are a good person or not. So I would highly recommend, like, get those references, ask your friends, and just try to figure out if they are a scam or not. Also on Facebook, and like I said, I haven't been on Facebook in a long time, but I'm pretty sure they have Facebook groups that are just like about all the reborn scammers, and they have a list of like everybody they found out who is legitimately scamming people. So I would go take a look at that. Like, make sure and see if that person's name is on the list, or those people might even be willing to answer your questions if you're like, hey, is Jane Smith a scammer? And they could be like, yes, no, we haven't heard of them, stuff like that. Like, protect yourself, guys. This whole situation bothers me so much. I don't know if I'm just being sensitive or what, but like, I really don't want you guys to get scammed. I really don't want you guys to ever go on Facebook and see, oh my gosh, Kirsten's selling her dolls. It's weird that she's calling herself Rebecca, but it's Kirsten's face. Let me go buy a doll. And then you don't get the doll you thought you were going to get. Like, I do not want that to happen at all. And guys, I also wouldn't do that to you. I really wouldn't. But anyways, this situation just frustrates me to no end. That's why I keep gripping my scalp, because I'm frustrated. And I don't get it. I don't understand the appeal to scamming. Like, I have been broke. I have been so broke that all I was eating was 10-cent cups of ramen or whatever a day, because that's what I could afford. I had just spent outside my means and had messed up. I've been there and I've done that, but I didn't ever think, wow, I'm going to go steal money from people. Instead, what I did was what I had to do, which was eat ramen. And I am lucky enough where that only lasted for a few weeks. I know there are people who are in worse situations, but even when you're in a worse situation, I just don't understand why you would scam people. Why would you steal pictures and say, this is me, or this is what I'm selling? I still don't even understand her whole point of view, where she's like, oh, I thought stealing your picture and pretending to be Kirsten would get me more people buying my stuff, and that's totally okay, and you guys are crazy for thinking I'm wrong. Like, I just can't understand. I don't see the logic. I don't think it's there. Let me know in the comments if you can see the logic and if I'm just being sensitive. I'm not saying this person is a scammer. I just want to throw that out there. I don't know if they're a scammer or not. It just seems really suspicious. Like, why not use your own face or your own pictures to sell dolls? Like, it just makes sense to me to do that. I don't know. But to all of you out there who want to sell dolls, I highly recommend you use your own pictures, use your own face on your profile picture, stuff like that. Like, one, you are beautiful. You are beautiful just the way you are, and you can have a pretty profile picture of your own face. You don't need my face or anybody else's face. Really, it makes you look suspicious, and like, you might be up to nefarious things when you use somebody else's face to try to sell dolls, or use pictures of dolls you don't have to sell dolls. I know maybe you really want the money and you feel desperate, but you're gonna get more money, more trust, and more respect in the long run if you do things the right way by using your own pictures to sell things. I promise you that you don't want this drama, and you don't want to be, I don't know. Do you really want people to go, because this person is not tricking a lot of people. I feel like I get a lot of messages that are like, hey, someone's using your pictures again. Oh, hey, someone's using your face as a profile picture. Like, people know my face and they're contacting me. So if you do decide to go that route of stealing people's pictures, you might get caught and people might lose respect for you. They probably will lose respect for you. So it's just not a great look. Anyways, guys, I will stop beating a dead horse. You guys get the point. If you guys love Reborn dolls and want one for free, go check out the link in my description, because I am doing a giveaway. Go watch that video and figure out how to enter. If you guys like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Throw a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this. Am I being too sensitive? Did these tips help you? Has this ever happened to you? Stuff like that. Or, I don't know, just like, let me know what's on your mind. I don't know. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. I'm trying to put them out as often as I can, but I work full time, so sometimes it's hard. I love you guys. 2020 has been rough, so take care of yourself, okay? And remember, you matter. I love you guys. Bye.